Since the war started, my mentality was that I would never make it.
No electricity, no food, no water. We've had several airstrikes.
That this temporary life, this is the end for me here in Gaza. So I need to make the most of it. So I tried to maximize the amount of good deeds that I was doing and prepare myself mentally for life after death. My name is Mansour Shouman. I'm a Palestinian-Canadian citizen journalist. And between us, despite leaving Gaza physically, we're just getting started with the work that needs to be done. A decision was made by myself and my wife earlier in 2022 that we wanted to live back closer to home, home being Palestine. I'm originally from Jerusalem. My wife is originally from a town beside Gaza Strip. On October the 7th, we woke up at the sound of thousands of rockets, and we didn't know what was happening. On November the 7th, the Canadian government came back to us saying that they got approval for me and my family to all leave Gaza. I had a very open discussion with my family. My wife and children would leave, and I needed to be there to help the people with whatever I can, even if it's as little as removing rubble, to help people get out.
I really hate what I'm doing now, but we need to record this for the world.
It was the easiest decision I ever made in my life, staying in Gaza. Honestly, it was like a calling from God saying that, Mansour, you've been asking to help people. You've been asking to try and tell the truth. Well, this is your opportunity.
Mansour, he's live in Khan Yunis.
Thank you so much, Mansour, for your time, my soul.
I believe that it was very important to continue doing what I was doing when it came to reporting news on different international TV stations, radio broadcasts, digital platforms, and newspapers. And later on, that extended into the social media and into charity work.
We are here inside a refugee school.
We lived amongst tents inside Nasser Hospital together with other journalists and social media influencers. Every day we would lose a member of our family, a member or two, or a member of our family would lose their own relatives. The most difficult thing, in my opinion, is seeing the children suffer. I remember seeing a little girl standing on the top of her mother and father who were killed, and she was crying on top of them and telling them, Dad, Mom, please wake up. You know, it's time to go home. Why are you still asleep? An image like that will never leave my head. Watching these scenes day in, day out, I think this was the most difficult part of all of this. I went with a few friends to check on the progress of the work. We were doing a lot of charity work. We had built 30 tents and we were going to up to 100. And to our surprise, for the first time ever, we found that there were Israeli troops rushing with their vehicles, with their tanks. And we saw people fleeing that area. And we had to flee with them into Khan Yunis refugee camp. So that was the start of me being away for 2 weeks, away from any kind of internet connection, because we tried to find a safe way back to Nasser Hospital, but we couldn't do that for 2 weeks because we were bombed by F-16s.
Alhamdulillah, after several attempts, we were able to make it here back to Nasser Hospital.
The second time I went missing, they were bulldozing the IDF, the main gates of Nasser Hospital, attacking the schools around us. So I decided with a few friends to make a run for it. And we jumped over the west side of the wall of Nasser Hospital and avoided being shot by a sniper who killed 2 of my friends and injured one of them. We made our way inside of Khan Yunis, and again, another 2 weeks, this time between ruins. After I came back to Nasser, I didn't find any of my personal items. So that included my phone, my laptop, everything. All I had in my pocket was my passport and my wallet. And I felt lost. I felt that, wow, what added value can I now do to the world? I can't continue my charity work because, they've basically just bombarded Khan Yunis to the ground, I couldn't communicate with the outside world. So I contacted the Canadian government, the consulate in Jerusalem, and I told them that, look, I think it's time for me to leave. I felt that it was a mistake to leave Gaza. I felt that I let my people down. But then friends and family members told me that, Mansour, you don't need to be physically there in Gaza. You know, maybe you can add more value while outside. Until now, I still feel I should have been in Gaza. But the plan is to go back there. This is our land, this is our home.